Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about one of the most well-known tanks of the World War II era, which is the Tiger II, or also known as the KönigsTiger. But first I'd like to remind everyone we are almost at the 1000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as there goes a lot of time and effort in making these videos. And now let's get right into the video. The Tiger II, or also known as the KönigsTiger in German, is one of the heaviest tanks who's fought in World War II. It weighed about 68 tons and was powered by a Maybach HL 230 engine. This engine is the same engine they used for the Panther, the JagdPanther and the Tiger I. It had a 50-degree angled 15 centimetre frontal armour, thinner armour on the sides and rear. The first combat use of the Tiger II was by the 1st Company of the 503rd Heavy Panzer Battalion on the 18th of July during the Battle of Normandy. And it's made its debut on the Eastern Front on the 12th of August 1944 by the 101st Heavy Panzer Battalion resisting the Lwów-Sandomierz offensive. On the road to Olgedau, 3 Tiger IIs were destroyed in an ambush by a few T-34-85s. These German tanks suffered ammunition explosions, which caused many crew fatalities. Main gun rounds were no longer allowed to be stored within the turret, reducing capacity to 68. The Tiger IIs also served a crucial purpose in Operation Panzerfaust to make sure that Hungary would remain in the Axis until the end of the war. The Tiger II was also used in significant numbers, distributed in 2 Heavy Panzer Battalions during the Battle of the Bulge, where at least 70 Tiger IIs were present. These were with the SS 501st and 506th. The Tigers were also present in several late war defensive battles in World War II, notably at the Eastern Front. The 103rd Heavy SS Panzer Battalion claimed approximately 500 kills in a period from January to April 1945 on the Eastern Front, for a loss of 45 Tiger IIs. While most of these Tiger IIs were abandoned and destroyed by their own crews after mechanical breakdowns or a lack of fuel. Most of these mechanical breakdowns were caused by the inexperience of the crew members. Because of its heavy armor, flanking maneuvers or ambushes were most of the time used against the Tiger II to attempt to shoot at the thinner side and rear armor. It had an operational range of about 190 km on the road and off-road that was reduced to about 120 km if all the components worked the way it was intended. Its top speed would sit at a mighty 41.5 km an hour full power, but for a longer period it would be 38 km an hour. While off-road it could only go about 15 to 20 km an hour. It was a very big tank. It was about 3 meters tall, 3.7 meters wide and 7.4 meters long. The Tiger II went into production December 1943. The order was for 1500 Tiger IIs and a couple had been built before that Christmas. The production order for the hull was given and 2 different manufacturers started to make prototypes. It was Porsche and Henschel. Eventually the contract for the Tiger II hull was given to Henschel and Krupp made the turret. But there were several issues with the initial turret. For example, the production cost and the time it takes to make. It was very complex. It was also very curved and they were afraid for shot traps. It was redesigned so it was simpler to manufacture and to eliminate the shot trap. They also redesigned the 88mm L71 gun, so it looks similar but the performance is the exact same. The gun was slightly offset to allow an optic scope to be fitted. It started with a binocular optic scope and then it was replaced with a monocular optic scope. Its main gun was incredibly powerful. It could take out most known Allied tanks at a distance over 3 kilometers. This was also almost the same gun as the tank destroyers the Elephant, Nashorn and the JagdPanther used. Its secondary armaments were 2 MG34s. The benefit of this is that they could replace the barrel of the MG34 within their tank so they don't have to expose their crewmen to unnecessary danger, and in theory they could be replaced in combat. There weren't a lot of Tiger IIs made during the war, only about 489, which is comparable to the numbers of the Nashorn, which sits at 494. The Tiger II had enough space to fit 5 crew members in there, and those were the commander, the gunner, the loader, the radio operator and the driver. Early Tiger IIs proved to be unreliable. An overburdened drivetrain was originally intended for a lighter vehicle. The double radius steering gear was initially particularly prone to failure and a lack of crew training could amplify this problem. The first 5 Tiger IIs delivered to the Panzerlehr division broke down before they could even be used in combat and were destroyed to prevent capture. The introduction of modified seals, gaskets and drivetrain components, as well as improved driver training and sufficient maintenance improved the tank's mechanical reliability. Later Tigers with several updates were found to be almost as reliable as their Panzer IVs and proved to be more reliable than their still running Panzer Vs. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. We also have a Discord server, so if you'd like to join that, feel free to come and visit us there. Like I said earlier in this video, we are close to 1000 subscribers, so if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. We also got a couple of video recommendations on the screen, as well as a tank playlist, so go check it out if you're interested in that. And other than that, have a very good day.